Got a minute to go. And I know for some of you, you want to be on the 2 o'clock session that was scheduled next. And so the meditation itself will wrap up a little before then, so you have time to transition over. If you aren't rushing to that and want to stick around, I'll leave it open for some conversation for a little while afterward as well. And welcome, Gino. And Gino, am I remembering, are you calling in from Philippines?
Yes.
Wow. What, it's got to be pre-dawn hours or something there. What time is it?
It's 4:30 in the morning.
Oh my goodness. Oh, well. Thank you for joining. Is this a very late night or a very early morning for you?
It's fine.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's early morning, but we finished a while ago. But yeah, Gino works with us, so we, people. I mean, we basically schedule all our sessions with natural time cycles, and just sort of a roll of the dice who has to be up in the middle of the night.
Yep. Yeah, that's been trying to do something similar with Novasutras, and thought about trying to do the full moon meditation at the time of the full moon, but it looked like you guys had things planned, and in the US it's a holiday, and my family did not be on Zoom right then. So
well, we do every full moon, every new moon, every quarter moon. We also do eighth moons. Oh
wow.
Where it's like, the planetary sessions are like the main public, that we're trying to connect more, but we go and work, our work sessions are all planned on the lunar cycles. We do all of our budgeting on the lunar cycles. So it's just like we pretty much completely transfer over as an organization to natural time cycles.
Time cycles.
There's still a 24-hour cycle, but it's not really a Gregorian. But obviously we use the Gregorian calendar too, and we have to, and taxes and all that. So
yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah.
And it's been many years in the making. I think we switched over maybe about 3 years ago, but it took 4 or 5 years before that to get there.
Kind of get into the getting into that natural rhythm instead of just obeying the bars of the Gregorian calendar. Really, you look at a typical calendar and it really does look imprisoning.
Yes.
Welcome, Barbara.
Where are you having these sessions, if I may ask? Where is he having these sessions?
Why?
The moon sessions?
The moon sessions. So for Novasutras, we sort of use it largely as a reminder about natural cycles and an opportunity to think about those. So it's
that's actually very similar to us, like under the context of our unity methodology and unity theory. The idea is simply by aligning our consciousness with natural cycles, we transform internally, and there's really nothing else to it. And the fact that we are all aligned as a society with a Gregorian calendar that by definition is contrary to the natural systems of the planet creates a frequency that is destructive. Yes.
So very interesting.
Yeah.
It's still theory, but let's keep experimenting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
it's an
kind of
experiment
get
with running, for sure.
Yeah, running ongoing experimentation.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been starting to do a lot of meditation and stuff now. I've not really been there before. I've had a life with facades, and I've not been true to myself. I've not been, happy or crying or, a lot of things. And now I start meditating, and I kind of, I get it, but I kind of get what you're saying about, full moons, and I really get very emotional or very stressed if something is in between me and like nature. I spend most of my time outdoors, and so I get what you're saying about the whole moon, and the calendar is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to throw it out even further, like we there are billions, if not trillions, of moons in the galaxy and the universe, and we have one moon. It's the Selenine. So Selenine is our moon, and Selenine in the Selenian calendar is the model that we use for our connection with that planetary body. And it's important to recognize that the term moon is not unique.
Very much.
Just like, Earth or Gaia or whatever we relate to the planet is a unique experience.
Yeah, I've been meditating a lot with what they call it, Buddhist meditation, and today they celebrate the Dharma and the full moon, and they kind of go by a different calendar as well.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes sense going by the nature rather than what we're writing down. So it's very interesting what you're saying. I will go more into that, definitely.
Yeah. So welcome. I see Albina and Pressy have joined us. I don't have video for either of you right now, but what I'd like to do before we get started, I really love everyone to just take a moment and think about something, hopefully right outside your door, something out in the living, breathing world that lights you up inside. Something that makes you just want to slow down and say thank you and really take it in. And that might be right outside. That might be, a walk down the road. That might be a little bit farther away, but something that's close to home that you can really feel grateful for. And I'm going to invite you to just, we'll go around and say your name, say where you're calling in from, and then just tell me that one thing, and I'll model that for you. My name's Michelle. I'm calling in from the Santa Cruz Mountains in California. And a thing right outside my door that I'm always grateful for is California bay laurel that smells wonderful right now. And we'll go around, and Paul, go ahead.
So I am looking out my front window, and there is a beautiful lush bamboo there, and the sun is shining through the leaves, and I have loved the sight of sunlight, that translucent thing that happens with the sun shining through leaves. Since I was little, it still seems like magic to me.
Thanks.
And I'm in Santa Cruz, but not in the mountains, by the beach.
And Barbara. Oh, you're muted. There you go.
There we are.
Okay, I'm Barbara, and I'm from Carmel Valley, California. And I'm looking out my sliders right now, and I'm surrounded by very large Monterey pines and California oak trees. The deer come through regularly, birds, squirrels, rabbits. It gives me delight every day.
Beautiful. Thanks, Barbara. Let's see. Pressy, are you available? Can you tell us a little bit about where you're from and what gives you gratitude?
Okay, I'm Pressy. I'm from the Philippines, and every time I can see the sky, I am very gratitude because the world is very big. The sky is it's not ending, but you know, we every day we have all the blessings, and we meet people every day. Even though the world is big, we can meet together, like what we are in today.
Oh, thank you, Pressy. And Albina.
Yeah, I'm Albina from Africa, Kenya.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you. Something surrounding me tonight is the stars in the sky, street lights. So I'm grateful when we go to the night, we have the light from the moon and the stars. And during the day, we have the light from the sun. So I'm grateful for the moon and the stars. This is my baby.
Wonderful. Thank you. Hi. And Jack, why don't you go next?
Yeah. Well, I'm calling in from Copenhagen, and not just outside my door. I have to go 5 minutes, but there's this wonderful little untouched forest with big trees, and it's got a perfect lake where I used to sit just by the lake, and it's filled with joy. And right now it's pouring down, and I've been out sitting by the lake, meditating in the rain, and just I'm so grateful for having that little mark where I can go.
Beautiful. And Gino.
I'm Gino, and I'm from the Philippines, and currently I'm surrounded by dark skies since it's still earlier in the morning. But I'm from outside. I all I can see is clear skies. There's no clouds at all. These clear skies actually give me hope for each day, because like I know sometime in the future, like uh, all of our uh, worldwide problems like this, the current pandemic and all other issues will be resolved soon. That gives me hope, because there's always a new day afterward, after every time I see the sky above. That's all.
Thanks, Gino. And let's see. Jay, did you get to go yet?
Excellent. My name's Jay. I am in Stanford / Palo Alto, California. Outside my parents' house where I'm at, there is some oak trees, and there is a 8-foot diameter, 130 so foot redwood tree that has been very dear to me my whole life. So that is where I was connecting with and thinking about, and very happy to be here. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks, Jay. And then I see Tim.
Well, actually, I did need to add one thing.
Oh.
I did go to UC Santa Cruz at Merrill College, and there's a whole Santa Cruz thing going on here, so I threw that out.
Yes. Thanks, Jay. Temi Tope joined us.
Yes, this is Tim Tokwe from Abuja, Nigeria. Basically, what we have around, the cloud is cloudy around here because it's rainy season, so we just have the rain pouring down. And, we have trees, not trees, but we have a garden around, like have a maize planted, because this that's one of the things you can actually do for yourself. You have trees, plants like that around the house, and so you can easily just get your maize without having to go far or go around looking for it. So that's basically what we have around that keeps us a bit hopeful that when there is life, there is hope.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful. Thank you. So I'm going to bring us into getting closer to meditation now. And as we do that, I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone, and then I'm going to share screen with you. And just a reminder, I will wrap us up a little bit before 2, so you have time to transition to the next event. But if you want to stick around and talk a little bit, there'll be a chance for that as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone and share screen with you here. So welcome to this full moon meditation. in Novasutras, much as in Jay's work, we like to celebrate the phases of the moon because these are global phenomena, because this is something that we see everywhere in the world the same way. Today, the moon and the sun are on opposite sides of our planet. And so everywhere where it's night, it will be the full moon. It was perfectly full, about 18 hours ago. So perfect, in fact, that the Earth cast its shadow on the moon just a bit. We had what's called, oh, now I'm forgetting the word, Paramble? I don't have it right. Anyway, a partial lunar eclipse, where the moon was just in the outer part of the shadow, and in fact was reflecting sunsets and sunrises back at us. Again, this was not visible from everywhere in the world, but it has to do with the way the sun, the earth, and the moon are lined up. And just the fact that we experience this planet-wide reminds us of how interconnected and interdependent we all are. And in Novasutras, we talk about the beauty of the living world and our interconnection to it using the terms Agaya and Ubuntu. Agaya is a word that we've come up with. It's a combination of agape, the recognition of universal transcendent love, and Gaia, our recognition of the life of the planet and its ability to create conditions that lead to ever more complex and beautiful life. Ubuntu is a word that may be more familiar. It comes from languages of Southern Africa, and it recognizes our interdependence. We talk about humans as always being interdependent with other species, or with other humans, as requiring community to thrive. And that is true of all species. Trees can only grow because of the microorganisms and fungi in the soil, making nutrients accessible to them. Animals only survive because plants are able to capture the energy of the sun and turn it into food and oxygen. We need that oxygen to metabolize the food. Plants also, flowering plants rely on animals as pollinators and seed dispersers. So this incredible interdependence is expressed in this term Ubuntu. To start by opening sacred space, we use a practice that is familiar in a lot of indigenous traditions of locating ourselves, thinking about the directions around us. But like the Buddhist meditation practices, we send out our wishes for loving kindness and joy and wonder by wishing that all beings in each of the directions abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. And then we start where we are and radiate out with those wishes for Agaya and Ubuntu. So we'll do this practice of calling the corners, really opening out sacred space, and then we'll settle in for a little bit deeper meditation. So I invite you to follow along with, say this out loud. You'll get the rhythm of, we'll talk about all beings in a direction, abiding in Agaya and Ubuntu. And if you want to repeat or say along, abide in Agaya and Ubuntu at the end of those phrases, that will help get you in the space, or you can just think and feel your way into each of those directions. Feel free to keep your eyes open and look in these directions as we go, and then I'll invite you to close your eyes afterward. But if you'd rather close your eyes to feel into it, that's fine too. I like to start with the direction that the sun is in. So for me, I'm going to start in the south. May all beings to the south abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all beings to the west abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all beings to the north abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all beings to the east abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all beings above abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all beings below abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May each one of us abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all the beings near each of us abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all the beings in our watersheds abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all the beings in our bioregions abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all the beings on our island or continent abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all the beings of the world's vast oceans abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all the beings in the light of Earth's sun abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all the beings in the light of Earth's full moon abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. And may all beings belonging to Earth's beautiful, bountiful, beneficent biosphere abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. Now I invite you to get settled in a little deeper. Take a few nice, deep, cleansing breaths. Close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Let your shoulders roll back and drop away. Let your spine lengthen up like the trunk of a great tree. Feel the way the earth pulls you downward and supports your weight. Feel the way the air lifts and expands your chest as you breathe. And take a moment to thank our allies, all of the green things that grow, the algae in the oceans, the great trees in the forests, the shrubs and grasses. Thank them for the way that they help us live, providing us with beautiful oxygen to take in, and capturing the carbon that we release. The fullness of the moon tonight reminds us of this great abundance that is present, thanks to the light of our sun, reflected so beautifully by our moon, shining down everywhere. Let yourself recognize that illumination. Feel the way the sun on one side of the earth and the moon on the other side of the earth open us up to that fullness. Today, because of that strong pull in each direction, the water of the Earth's ocean moves in high, high tides and low, low tides. Today, because of that pull in each direction, we feel our connection with the past and the future. We can feel our gratitude for the ancestors who went before us, for the future beings who will come after us, as if we are holding hands across time. Feel the way the whole earth is held and embraced, reaching out, holding hands with the energies of the moon and sun. And allow us to feel the connections that we are forming as a community all around the world. These deep connections of Ubuntu. Take in that energy of Ubuntu, of connection and loving kindness. Let it transform in your heart as a gift that you can then offer up to the whole world. A great gift to our little home world. A great gift of loving connection, of interbeing, of Ubuntu. A great gift of joy and wonder and vibrant life. A great gift of Agaya. Feel that coming from your center and going out to the whole world. Take a few more deep breaths, just sharing Ubuntu and Agaya, feeling it move through you. Then gently settle back into your body. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Move your arms and legs just a little. Rotate your shoulders, Move your hips. And when you're ready, gently, gently open your eyes back up and come into the present. We in the Novasutras movement thank you for joining in this moment and sharing these gifts of Agaya and Ubuntu. I'd like to invite you to reach out to others or reach out to us if you have ideas for us. We have several upcoming events, and if you could just send me your email in chat, and I can add you to our list to get reminders for our events. Those go out once or sometimes twice a week, but no more than that. We're having our big cross-border event planned for August 6th or 7th, depending on where in the world you are. And you can help us to keep producing online events and find us on most of the usual social media channels in addition to our website at Novasutras. So thank you for joining this. If you want to go to that 2 o'clock session, of course, you're free to leave. Again, please drop your email in chat if you want to get notices about our events, if you're not already on our list. And you're free to stick around if you want to talk a little bit about what you just experienced before you move on. And I will unmute everyone and just say thank you and be well. And if you want to reach out and hold hands. All right. Thanks so much.
That was so amazing.
Oh,
so amazing. Thank you. Very emotional, actually. Yeah, thank you for this experience. It's very, very nice.
Thank you. It was beautiful to have you with us. I could feel that.
Thank you. Really.
Yes, thank you very much. I look forward to continuing to collaborate.
Yeah.
And we'll be in touch and see how this all evolves. And we'd love to help and cross-pollinate all of your sessions as best as we can. And
yeah, it sounds like we have
lots of questions. So
good. I'm still trying to get caught up after World Unity Week, but yeah, let's connect and talk more, because obviously we're working on the same project here. So
yes, the theme of Unity Week, right?
yeah,
cool, awesome.
Feeling it.
All right, I'm gonna go jump on with Elizabeth.
Okay, thanks. I'll try to catch up soon.
Yeah, great.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Pressy.
It gives me relief.
Thank you. Yeah, so good to have you with us.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.
Hoping to work more with you.
Yes. Yeah. And yeah, Paul mentioned in the chat that he is working on a documentary on the Africa climate crisis and would love to connect with people who can talk about their experiences.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm going to take us off of YouTube Live. So thank you, YouTube viewers.